You're listening to Behind the Mic with AudioFile magazine. Emily Connelly, an editor at AudioFile, is the pilot this week, and she has been taking us to some really wonderful places. Hello, Emily.
Hi, Joe. I'm excited to talk about today's audiobook. It is a romantic fantasy audiobook called Best HEX Ever, written by Nadia El-Fassi and performed by Ferne Marks and Owen Hall.
Okay, so tell me all about this one.
Well, it's a really scrumptious, cozy romance that you get to really sink into as you listen. I listened to it at the end of October when the book is set, and it really gave me a lot of comfort and really good autumnal vibes. I think jump on it now if you're hearing me talk about it and you're intrigued. But it's about these two different people falling in love. We have Dina, who's a kitchen witch.
Okay, what's a kitchen witch?
So she's really good at cooking up spells, infusing food with feelings and emotions and helping people, feel more calm or feel more energized or, biting into a food and remembering the feeling of your parents picking you up out of the car when you fell asleep and carrying you up into bed. Like she can capture all these different emotions and have them in the delicious food that she's cooking up and help people feel them. And she can do other spells too that we hear about throughout the story. And she owns this cafe, Serendipity Cafe. And one day, this very handsome man stumbles in the door, knocking down a good luck charm that she has hanging over her door. And that is, of course, our other protagonist, Scott, who's a museum curator who's particularly interested in studying good luck charms. And the two can't stop really thinking about each other. And so we have Fern Marks performing as Dina, and Owen Hall is performing as Scott, and I think they both were new narrators to me, but they did a
Mhm.
beautiful job getting both of these characters and all the secondary characters.
So this is another food book, a romance with witches. All of this says Emily
I
to me.
know. They don't realize it, but both of their best friends are getting married.
Of course
Scott has
they
been
are.
working out of the country, so he's back now. So they, they're like, for their own reasons, like, I can't, can't get this person off my mind, but not right now. And then they find out that they're spending this romantic wedding weekend together with, their families are there. There are all these people that they love there, and they maybe start giving into their feelings.
Oh, you think?
And as we listen, we find out that Dina's hesitation partly comes from the fact that she was hexed by an ex-girlfriend who was upset about her magic, because this is a world where there is magic, but not everybody knows about it.
Wow.
So in Dina's experience, anytime she's gotten close to a romantic partner, they wind up getting hurt. Maybe, they fall off a ladder and crash, break an arm, or, car almost hits them. So she has been keeping her emotional distance from people.
Well, let's listen to a little bit. Set this up.
Sure. So this is right at the very beginning of the audiobook. So we can get to know Dina's character a little bit and the world that we're in. And it's narrated by Fern Marks.
Okay, and it's The Best Hex Ever by Nadia El-Fassi. Here we go.
It was a crisp autumn day in the last week of October, the kind of day that makes you want to curl up with a good book and a steaming cup of hot chocolate. Golden leaves crunched underfoot, and early morning frost clung to Serendipity Cafe's bright purple awning. It was Dina's favourite time of the year. The insufferable heat of late September had finally passed, when the air in the tube felt thick and glue-like, forcing her to spend most of her days performing cooling spells on her armpits. There was always a change in the air when autumn came to London. For one thing, business at the cafe picked up, and right now, every customer wanted a croissant with their coffee order. Croissant magic was tricky at the best of times, but it was proving especially difficult during the morning coffee rush. Dina stared down at the mess of pastry and butter. No way was this salvageable. Pastry had never been Dina's forte. She tugged her mountain of curls into a bun and rolled up her sleeves.
Gosh, I don't know her, but I love her voice, her intonations.
It's
Yeah,
so
she
good.
has a lot of depth.
Yes, and I think she really is getting all these different characters, but especially Dina's conflict. She really, really likes Scott, but she really can't give in to that. She's worried about him. Yeah, I think she did a great job with this narration. I was really impressed by both of them.
And it sounds like a really fun listen. And that is Best HEX Ever by Nadia El-Fassi, read by Ferne Marks and Owen Hall. Emily, thank you so much. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you, Joe.
Behind the Mic is brought to you by Thomas Nelson, publisher of I Want to Trust You, But I Don't. Written and narrated by best-selling author Lisa Turkhurst. Available everywhere you get your audiobooks. And I'll talk to you tomorrow, too. I'm Joe Reed. Speak then.